think I'm going to do this one as identify 3.5-inch bit P-trap that's not glued in yet, the chipped tub that we fixed from earlier, supported, multiple shims later to make sure that this foot is properly secured, and now I'm emptying the bag and getting ready to install some of these parts. First thing is the overflow, and I've taken the centerpiece of the foam out and I'm ready for putting this in. Putting the ring on snug enough for me to take a measurement later. Blow everything out, get that debris out of there. I hate putting my hands inside a dirty area. Separate those two pieces. There's my foam selection. I put that underneath. The rubber seal is underneath, and I feel for the hole. Carefully align that exactly on the hole as best you can. I try the small one first because it was close, but I need the larger of the two pieces. You'll see me slide it backwards, then put the piece exactly where it was, and then slide it over it. And now that that is snug, I can go and put this next piece in. Is the strainer, and let's just put in there loosely for now so that we can still make our adjustments. Adjust it and then take your first measurement, and that way you can cut your pipe. I always push it all the way to the edge, if you can see that. And then there's the piece that we'll be using. Insert it, quarter turn, hold it while you wipe the excess, and then I'm gonna use it up there on the 2x4 while I'm reaching around for some more stuff. And I guess the stuff was the brush. We got our priming happening and our gluing going. I stick it in at an angle most times, but here we are. Level. I'll wipe the excess. And now I go ahead and take this measurement, which I'm not going to install this yet. I'm first going to go ahead and put my putty on the strainer and tighten it up. I'm sure strainer is not the exact term, but before you go up there and tighten that up, go ahead and put these pieces in. I put a couple into the back of it too. I didn't do it on this one, but there's one more. But you want to put something to stabilize this if you're going to be doing it the way I am. I always put my putty on that way, and then I go ahead and screw it down with my Lyman's pliers, the electrical version, I'm no lineman, but I can tighten up a couple of these tub drains and maybe even smash a couple of nails in if I needed, or they're just versatile. I think that the next piece that you're going to see is the Lyman's pliers, and then I'll go ahead and show you what's left over of the putty after it's been squished out. Pretty thin. I ball it back up and stick it back in there because my tub was clean and there's nothing wrong with reusing something that it didn't get ruined. If it gets any dust on it, I throw it out. So that right there is what we're going to be using to cap this thing off down at the drain, and we'll screw that down in, and that'll keep the water from coming out into the tub, and it'll keep the water from leaving out of the tub. Alright, and for those of you who have stuck around, here's your reward. I'm going to be doing the overflow, and this might be a little overboard, but here we are, rowing along. You see that The overflow has fallen, and we're going to be priming up that pipe that I showed earlier and sticking it in, and I'm just going to give it a little twist and most likely just pop it in there just a little bit if I need to. And you got to be careful popping them in there like that. They will mess up the threads if this is the style of overflow that you're going to use, where the threads are on it like it is. Quarter turn, wipe off the excess. Looking down inside the pipe here in just a second, and you'll see how the joint looks when you look in from the overflow. And now priming the other side of the pipe, and then priming that T, and then we're going to be getting this thing put together lickety split. You know how quick I am. I'll glue that thing up. Oh wait, oh, he said he wasn't gonna, oh, maybe he was gonna pop it. Wipe it. Oh, the best part about this is how well it looks on the other side. I'm hoping that you guys get a chance to see the other side of this tub. I always take those out and we put foam later, and I always leave that piece under there so that way that whenever anybody has to do any work on this tub, if and when they do, then when they unscrew it, it's going to maintain it. It's just going to stay there for them. Not that it wouldn't after you glued it. So really, I just leave my trash there, I guess. That's what David would say. So we got this thing getting tightened all the way nice and snug, so when the escutcheon goes on at the very end of the job, I guess it's called a trim plate or something, it's going to do right. And then now I'm putting my screw-in test cap here for the test at the end of the job. We're going to make sure that this doesn't leak.